The day after I woke up and told my wife, why did I do that? I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on. I remember one thing, I had a very hard moment in that part of my life, but I assure you in that age, I could have put that clown in the first round, but I sold my soul and I'm ashamed of it.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people.
Bro, that is so
It's all downhill from here.
No, for sure.
I peaked.
How do you think the Jake Paul-Anthony Joshua fight plays out?
I don't know. I want to make sure. I believe it once I see him in the ring.
If Paul starts his boxing career earlier, could Jake Paul have been a champion?
Is it possible?
The ending wasn't just shocking. Honestly, it was unavoidable. The second Anthony Joshua didn't just stop Jake Paul, but completely blew up the illusion around him. One clean punch turned the smoke and mirrors show into dust and quietly forced Mike Tyson to confront a truth nobody wanted to say out loud. He chose a script over instinct. Boxing just got exposed in a way that might be impossible to undo. And let's be real, this still doesn't feel real. So rewind for a second, because to understand how we got here, you have to accept one thing. This was never a real fight. It was a slow-burning setup that finally collapsed the moment a true heavyweight met a celebrity, and reality snapped back into place.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I told y'all. They made Mike Tyson retract his statement on Twitter. They made him rewrite a post on top of deleting a post. Yeah. I told you that fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was rigged. I told you that. I don't care what Mike Tyson is saying now. He have to do that to secure his money. He's still an investment for future exhibitions.
I can't get that ringside shot out of my head. Tyson watching Joshua take Jake Paul apart. That look wasn't pride or shock. It was recognition mixed with regret, the kind that hits when someone else does what you were paid not to do. Every piece of Tyson's muscle memory felt it. And if you think that didn't hit him like a truck, you're fooling yourself. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Tyson could have ended Jake Paul whenever he wanted. Everybody knew it, including Jake. That's why Joshua's knockout feels different. It proves the ceiling was always fake, but the danger, very real. And once that truth leaks, you can't stuff it back in, no matter how many clarifications come out. When Joshua dropped Paul in round 5, the timeline cracked. Suddenly, every old fight got re-examined, every what if getting louder. Why didn't Tyson do it? Why hold back? And once those questions start, they don't stop.
On a podcast one time, and he talked about it, he said, I don't want to do an exhibition against Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
He said, I'm only doing real fights. And of course, I can't get up high in weight, but I'll fight him in a real fight at the weight that I'm at. But Jake Paul, I mean, as of right now, for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
People keep calling this a mismatch, but that word is way too gentle. This wasn't a mismatch, it was exposure. Gravity snapping back after being ignored for years, and Joshua didn't rush a thing. He stalked, measured, waited. That's the scary part, because a real fighter taking his time already knows how it ends. Permission for this whole circus to keep pretending it was boxing. And once titanium plates enter the chat, the jokes stop. Eddie Hearn's line about giving Jake his debut and AJ his last fight, that wasn't trash talk. It was a closing statement. Promoters don't talk like that unless the door is actually closed. And if you think Jake didn't feel that echo while staring up at hospital lights, you're missing half the picture. Followed the script, the other ripped it up. History only remembers one of those choices, paycheck or not. Call it a conspiracy if you want, but Tyson opened the door himself when he admitted he doesn't even remember the fight and woke up asking why he agreed to it. That's not pride. That's regret, and it only gets louder with time. Joshua didn't need a microphone. His fist said enough. And when silence becomes the loudest thing in the room, it's because the truth is undeniable. Every influencer turned fighter watching this felt it deep down, whether they admit it or not.
Pain? Yeah, but it's not from like talking.
Talk to me about what your jaw feels like, because you got
It's like a baseball in there.
two
then-
plates?
It just feels like
4 titanium plates?
4 titanium plates. How many do you have?
Just one.
There's a darker thread that
Nobody wants to pull this thread because it threatens the entire setup. If one real heavyweight can erase years of hype in 6 rounds, how fragile was this whole ecosystem to begin with? If that makes you uncomfortable, be good. Someone behind the scenes is already scrambling to control the damage.
No, I don't remember the fight that much. I kind of blanked out a little. Listen, know what I remember? Coming back from the first round, and then the next day I remember Jake is doing some kind of, I don't know, what was he doing at the ring?
Oh, yeah, a little bow at the end. He bowed.
And that's the last thing I remember. You know, but the day after the fight, right after the day after, I woke up and told my wife, why did I do that? You know, I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on.
What did you think of Jake's power, man, when you were in there?
I keep thinking about Tyson seeing that broken jaw headline. Biology doesn't lie, and marketing can't argue with fractures. Real damage forces you to rethink every moment you held back. And yeah, this still doesn't feel real, unless regret is hitting him harder than anyone realizes. If Tyson is admitting money-shaped outcomes, how many past fights are about to get dragged back into the spotlight? Trust in boxing is leaking fast, and calm Joshua only makes it louder. Calm fighters are the most dangerous and the most honest. His calm wasn't about glory, it was about correction. And corrections don't contained. So who gets exposed next?
But after this Floyd fight, maybe we can have a rematch. He did well, but I want to try it again.
Is that something that you would be interested in terms of righting the wrong and knocking him out?
I would be interested. Yes, I would. I would be interested.
This isn't just about a knockout replay or a spicy quote. The silence afterward, carefully managed. Deals are being adjusted, narratives tucked away. Don't buy it. Something messier is coming. It all feels inevitable, like the sport finally snapped back after pretending for too long. Confidence quietly turned into arrogance, and that's what killed the illusion. Not ambition, not money, the belief that reality could be negotiated. Watching this fall apart in real time shows how much of what we consume is built on trust. Joshua didn't just win, he brought consequences back. And those consequences stick long after the cameras shut off. Preparation versus promotion finally collided, and silence won. Reality reminded everyone it doesn't care about hype. Even legends aren't untouchable. Tyson proves the machine is that powerful. Every replay of that knockout feels heavier, not because of the punch, but what it represents. A clear line between levels. Chasing legitimacy only sped up the collapse. Real competition doesn't care about branding or optics. Fighters watching felt both relief that boxing defended itself and fear that the spotlight could turn on them next. The fallout matters more than the fight. Careers shift, strategies change, fans recalibrate. Joshua didn't rush. He waited, surgical and decisive. No chaos, no excuses, just a clean dismantling. Boxing needed this, or the whole show would have felt hollow. Fans love spectacle, but they respect authenticity when it finally shows up. Crossover fights now mean respect earned, not borrowed. The mental damage may last longer than the physical. Admiration flips to scrutiny the second the shield drops. There's no neat ending here, just a shift that hasn't settled yet, with aftershocks still coming. And this isn't the last chapter. The next break could be louder, messier, and way less forgiving.